Hello, little dreamers, and welcome to our cozy story corner. Tonight, we're going to journey into a quiet forest, deep and wide, where a special little friend of ours is having a bit of trouble. Are you snuggled in and ready? Let's begin. In a quiet forest, deep and wide, lived a little bear with his eyes open wide. While all his forest friends were settling down for the night, poor little bear was wide awake. The owls began their nightly calls, hoo, hoo, and the crickets chirped their gentle songs, creating a soft lullaby for the woods. But no matter how hard he tried, Little Bear just tossed and turned as the silver moonlight streamed through his window. He sighed a big, beery sigh. "I've tried everything," he mumbled to his favorite stuffed bunny. "I've tried counting all the stars in the sky, and I've tried counting fluffy white sheep jumping over a fence, but nothing, absolutely nothing, helps me fall asleep." He fluffed his big, soft pillow, hoping to find the perfect comfy spot. He hugged his little bunny toy extra tight, wishing it would bring him sleepy dreams. But sleep stayed far, far away from the little bear boy. He felt his mind buzzing with thoughts, like busy little bees that wouldn't go back to their hive. He wiggled his nose and decided he couldn't just lie there anymore. But very quietly, so as not to wake anyone, he tiptoed out of his cozy bed and padded softly across the floor. He pushed open his little door and stepped out into the magical forest night. The air was cool and smelled of pine needles and damp earth. And everywhere he looked, something wonderful was happening. Thousands of fireflies were dancing in the air, their tiny lights gleaming and glowing like little floating stars. They flickered on and off, creating a beautiful, silent light show just for him. As Little Bear watched, mesmerized, it seemed as if the fireflies were whispering to him on the gentle breeze. "Breathe slow, Little Bear," they seemed to murmur. "Just let all your worries go. Let your thoughts drift away, gentle and low, like leaves floating on a stream." Little Bear listened. He took a slow, deep breath in, filling his big bare belly with the cool night air. And then he let it all out with a soft whoosh. He did it again, a little slower this time. In and out. He felt his busy, buzzing thoughts starting to calm down, one by one. He started to notice all the other quiet sounds of the forest night. The tall, ancient trees hummed a low, soothing tune as the wind rustled through their leaves. The nearby riverside, a gentle, flowing song as it meandered over smooth stones. And high above, the big, round moon seemed to smile down at him, wrapping the whole forest in a peaceful, silvery glow. Everything was so calm, so peaceful. The forest wasn't trying to be quiet, it just was. And Little Bear felt himself becoming a part of that quietness. Feeling much more relaxed, Little Bear tiptoed back to his room. He climbed into his bed, which now felt much cozier than before. He snuggled down deep under his warm blanket, pulling it right up to his chin. He thought about the fireflies' gentle dance and the river's soft song. All the worries and busy thoughts that had kept him awake seemed to have faded away, disappearing into the peaceful night. A big, sweet yawn escaped him, stretching his little bare jaw. It was a sleepy, happy yawn. He followed it with a contented, sleepy sigh. He closed his eyes, and this time they stayed closed. The pictures in his mind were no longer of counting sheep, but of dancing lights and smiling moons. As the stars drifted slowly across the vast night sky, Little Bear finally drifted off into a deep, wonderful sleep. And now, every night, if sleep feels a little far away, Little Bear remembers what the forest taught him. He doesn't need to count or try so hard. He just needs to listen close to the quiet place inside himself, the quiet heart, the peaceful, deep